Welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you this. Why do some men, even without looks, money, or status, still have women gravitating toward them? While others who seem to have it all get ignored, ghosted, or placed in the friend zone. The truth is uncomfortable, but once you understand it, you'll never look at attraction the same way again. The reason you're being ignored is precisely because you are trying. We have spent our entire lives trying to impress, trying to be smart, trying to prove ourselves. And this is the biggest truth our hustle culture has hidden from you. Your effort is the problem. It sends out a signal, an invisible frequency that says, I am not enough. And the universe, just like the people in your life, is simply responding to that frequency. Today, we are not talking about 5 tips to be more confident. We are going to talk about an ancient law that governs all human interaction. I call it the law of echoes. This law is simple. We don't attract what we want. We attract who we are. Life doesn't give you what you chase. It mirrors back who you are being. Every relationship you have is an echo of your own internal state. If you carry chaos and insecurity, you will attract chaos. You can date the calmest person, but somehow, your internal chaos will find a way to manifest externally. If you carry neediness, the need to be validated, you will attract situations that make you feel even more needy. This is why trying is a trap. The moment you try to impress her, you are screaming, I need your approval. And what is the echo you get back? A woman who feels pressured to fix you or complete you. And no woman wants that job. You try to prove you're a good father by buying gifts. The echo you get back is a child who feels that your love is conditional. Modern psychology calls this the mirror principle. People around you are not responding to your words. They are responding to the energy behind your words. They are responding to your subconscious truth. Here is the first coaching question for you, and really stop and think about this. Look at the most important relationship in your life right now. What is the echo you are hearing? Is it criticism, distance, anxiety, or appreciation? Now look within. Honestly, where is that sound originating inside of you? Change doesn't start by trying to change the echo. That's insanity. You can't yell at a canyon and expect it to change what you said. Change starts by changing the original sound. And that original sound, that groundedness we are all searching for, is found in a single metaphor. For years, I lived like a hurricane. My emotions were the weather. If I was angry, the whole room felt the storm. If I was anxious, a fog descended on everyone I spoke to. And in relationships, I looked for someone to be my shelter. I was looking for an anchor, not realizing I was the sinking ship. The mistake that 99% of men make is that they identify with the weather. The weather is your emotions, your fleeting thoughts, your immediate reactions. It's the anger when you're stuck in traffic, the fear when she doesn't text back, the jealousy when a colleague gets promoted, but you are not the weather. You are the mountain. Think about it. A mountain doesn't try to be strong. It simply is. It doesn't try to be steady. It simply stands. Storms come. The wind howls. The rain lashes its sides. Snow covers its peak. But does the mountain care? Does the mountain complain about the weather? Does it try to chase the storm away? No, it simply remains. It allows the storm to come. It allows the storm to rage. And it allows the storm to pass. Because it knows, deep in its stone core, that it is not the storm. This is emotional certainty. This is true, masculine calm. It is not coldness. It is not suppressing emotion. That is a huge mistake. Suppression is pretending the weather isn't happening. That is denial. Being the mountain is feeling the entire storm, feeling the anger, feeling the fear, but not becoming it. It's the ability to hold your center while the emotional weather happens all around you and inside of you. This is what Stoic philosophy calls the inner citadel. When you are the mountain, you are no longer controlled by the external weather, other people's opinions, her actions, the world's chaos. You become the safe harbor for yourself, and therefore, you become a safe harbor for others. Here is the second coaching question. The next time you feel an emotional storm rising, anger, defensiveness, anxiety, instead of reacting immediately, can you pause, just for 1 second, and say to yourself, the weather is here. I feel the wind, but I am the mountain. Can you just observe the storm? But why is it so hard for us to be the mountain? Why does our compass so easily point outward? For many of us, the answer lies with our fathers. I remember my father. He was a good man. He worked hard. He loved our family. But he was not the mountain. He was the weather. When he was happy, the whole house was full of sunshine. But when he was stressed from work or angry, a dark storm would descend on the home. We, as children, became little meteorologists. We learned to read the signs. We walked on eggshells. We learned to please, to appease, and to hide. My internal compass, my mountain, never fully formed. My foundation was built on the shifting sands of external approval. And so, when I entered the adult world, what did I do? I looked for my mountain outside of myself. I looked for it in achievements. I looked for it in the approval of my friends. And of course, I looked for it in romantic relationships. I made women my emotional compass. If she was happy, I was stable. If she was upset, it was a level 10 earthquake. I had given her all the power to determine my internal weather. This is the tragedy of the modern man. We are boys looking for an external mountain because we were never taught how to build one within, and a woman, biologically, cannot be attracted to a man who needs her to be his mountain. She can love you, she can pity you, but she cannot feel safe to surrender to you. She craves her own mountain so that she can be free to be the ocean. A third coaching question, and this one is deep. Who was your mountain growing up? Was that person the mountain or the weather? And what of their weather have you unconsciously carried with you to this day? The healing begins when you realize you are not that child anymore. And you must now become your own father and build the mountain you always needed. Once you begin that journey of building your inner mountain, you realize a new kind of currency. We are obsessed with the wrong currencies. We believe money, status, and looks are our greatest assets. But those are all byproducts. The real currency, the only asset that holds any value in any relationship, is your presence. Most of us are time travelers. We spend 90% of our lives living in anxiety about the future. What if she leaves? What if I fail? Or regret about the past. I should have said this. I shouldn't have done that. We are rarely here. Right now, I remember being at dinner with an old friend once. He was there, sitting across from me. But he wasn't there. His eyes kept flicking down to his phone. His mind was clearly at work. He nodded, but he wasn't listening. He was physically present, but emotionally absent. And I realized this is how most of us live. This is how we treat our partners. We listen, but we're thinking about our next reply. We look at our children, but we're thinking about the bills. We are absent partners. Presence is the mountain in its active state. It's the ability to bring your entire mind, your entire consciousness, to this very moment, when you truly listen to someone, without judgment, without trying to fix them, without thinking about what you're going to say next. Magic happens. Their nervous system calms down. They feel seen. It is the rarest gift you can give another human being. This is speaking to her nervous system. You don't need clever lines. You need your presence. When you are fully present, you are saying, I am here. I am not going anywhere. You are safe. Your presence is the ultimate shelter. A fourth coaching question. For the next 24 hours, pick one activity and do it with 100% presence. When you wash the dishes, just feel the water and the soap. When you drive, just drive. And when you talk to someone, put your phone away, look them in the eye, and just listen. See what changes. We've talked about the power of being fully here. Now, we move to one of the most subtle, yet most powerful tools of the mountain. Silence. Our culture is terrified of silence. We fill every gap with noise, with music, with podcasts, with meaningless talk. And in relationships, we fear silence more than anything. When she pulls away, when she goes quiet, our internal weather goes haywire. We panic, we overthink, we text more, we demand an answer. What's wrong? Are you mad at me? We try to fill the space because her silence forces us to face our own insecurity. But the man who is the mountain understands that silence isn't empty. It is full of information. Silence is not a weapon. It is a space. It is a sacred space. In Zen philosophy, truth is only found in the stillness. When our chattering mind stops, when you can sit in silence, your own, or hers, without needing to fill it, you become the safest person in the room. You give her the greatest gift, the space to find herself, instead of forcing her to reassure you. Your silence says, I am not afraid of this space. I am not afraid of your emotions. I am here, solid, for when you are ready. This is true strength, restraint, the ability not to react, the ability to simply be. When you master silence, you will never lose an argument again, because you will not participate in the fight. You will simply hold the space until the weather passes. A fifth coaching question. The next time there is an awkward pause in a conversation, or when your partner is silent, fight the urge to fill it. Instead, take a deep breath, feel the mountain beneath you, and just listen to the silence. What do you hear underneath it? We've talked about the law of echoes. We've talked about being the mountain, not the weather. We've talked about healing our past, the power of presence, and the power of silence. Now, we come to the most important part. All of this is not about adding something to who you are. It's not about learning a new technique, or putting on a new mask called the Stoic man. If you do that, you are still trying. You are still performing. The real journey is not about becoming the mountain. It is about unbecoming the storm. It is about letting go. It is about letting go of the need to be right. Letting go of the need to be validated. Letting go of the need to control what others think of you. Letting go of the need to fill every silence. It is a process of unbecoming. Peeling away every layer of armor, every mask you have worn to survive, until all that is left is who you truly are. Grounded, authentic, and at peace. This is the core truth. When you stop trying to convince her you are valuable, she begins to feel that value on her own. Your worth is not in what you do. It is in who you are when you stop doing everything. Real confidence is not shouting, I am enough. Real confidence is the quiet, internal stillness that no longer asks the question. We will not end with theory. We will end with a practice. Tonight, or right now if you can, find 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes, sit down. Straighten your back. Close your eyes. Imagine yourself as a mountain. Vast, ancient, and solid. Feel your weight. Feel your roots plunging deep into the earth. Now, just notice your breath, and we are going to label the weather as it passes. As you breathe in, just notice any feeling. Maybe it's anxiety. Say to yourself, breathing in, I feel the wind of anxiety. And as you breathe out, say, breathing out, I remain the mountain. Breathing in, I feel the rain of regret. Breathing out, I remain solid. Breathing in, I feel the heat of anger. Breathing out, I remain peaceful. Don't try to change the weather. Don't judge it. Just watch it come and watch it go, while you remain the mountain. Practice this every day. 5 minutes. This is not just a YouTube channel. This is an invitation to a journey to stop performing and to start being, a journey to find the mountain inside of you. If you are ready to begin that real inner work, subscribe, and let's begin by just watching one single breath. Thank you for listening.